And almost riding shotgun behind the camera up there is cameraman Johnny Johnson. Hello, Johnny.
How are you then, John?
Fine. Do you mind if I have a look around?
Please be my guest.
Thank
Yes,
you.
indeed.
Well, actually, you probably hear a little bit of noise, and that noise comes from this trailer that's being towed behind the car. In here is an electrical generator that pushes out 3 kilowatts, which is enough to drive all the technical equipment inside the car. And looking after the technical equipment is Norman. Hello, Norman.
Hello, John.
How's the quality of the picture?
Well, we're doing very well so far, but we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Keep your fingers crossed, right? Well, driving Norman and Johnny along is Jim, the driver. Hello, Jim.
Hello, John.
What was the last big job you did?
For the Grand National.
Do you have any problems?
Only just the public getting in the way now and again.
Not the people.
Got the
Oh, sorry, not the horses, yeah. How fast do horses go?
Oh, 25, 30 mile an hour.
Do they really? Oh, that's quite fast, isn't it? Actually, this Safari is a bit like a miniature television studio control room on wheels. It can provide everything a programme wants. For instance, Nationwide use it for interviews and their on-the-road spot. And they don't put those out live, they're recorded onto videotape. And sitting next to Jim is the videotape recording machine. Now, once it's on tape, it means then that it can just be slotted into any programme of Nationwide's at a later date. But you might be thinking, how on earth does the picture get from that electronic camera of Johnny's up there to your home? Well, the answer lies in this transmitting aerial here, this rod that sticks out the back of the car. It transmits the picture electronically to a receiving aerial, and there's a mobile one just beyond it, sat on top of a lorry. That tower is telescopic and goes up to 20 metres, and right at the very top there's a little dish, and that is the receiving aerial. There are others dotted around the BBC. Johnny, in fact, if you can just pan round, on the top of that building there's another one just poking its nose out at the top. Well, getting rid of camera cables and transmitting the picture sort of like this straight more or less to your home, you might think has solved all the problems. But no, there is one big problem, and it's a nasty one. You see, it can only transmit in a direct line at a distance of 3 miles, and if anything gets in the way, you lose the picture. I can show you what I mean, because Johnny says I can be the cameraman for a quick ride round the building. All right, Johnny?
Get on, yes.
Yeah. Now,
sit yourself on the seat.
yeah. Oh, I've got to
First thing I'll do is
wire myself in.
plug the microphone.
I'm wired up like the Bionic Man. I can't get the thing. Oh,
There we are. Okay, so that plugs into there.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And
Right.
then there's a seatbelt now which you must put on for safety.
Because you move along quite quickly, don't you?
Well, yes, we have been known to go fairly quickly. We rode down runway Heathrow Airport with a jumbo jet on one occasion, up to 80 miles an hour.
This is really? That must have been a bit hairy.
Well, it's a bit windy.
Yeah.
So if you undo all the,
I've got the
friction
locks off.
controls
Yeah?
and put the cans on so you can hear
Oh,
the
yes. Yeah.
other people, I'll go and see Leslie in the studios and meet you out at the front of the
Yeah.
television centre.
Okay then, Johnny.
Have
Lovely.
fun.
Right, now the problem for me, actually, if I zoom out on my camera, is you can see at the top of my picture there that little transmitting receiving aerial that I was talking about. And my problem is this bridge, because when Jim drives off, we're going to drive under it. Okay, Jim, we can drive off, and the picture should then start to break up when we go under the bridge. You probably hear me still talking, but you're going to be losing the picture, so don't adjust your set. It's only Noakes at it again. We're coming up under the bridge now, gathering a bit of speed. You probably still hear me, your picture might be fluttering on and off. We're going under another bridge, and this is the big problem, though I should think one day they'll overcome this. We're gathering speed now. We're only doing about 20, but it feels like 80. I dread to think what 80 would be like. Trying to follow a jumbo jet as well. And we're coming now to the main gate. We're going to swing round the executive car park, the executive cars. Swing round quite... Oh, I feel as though I'm going to fall off this thing. Yeah. We're coming up to the main reception area now. It's a circular building. There's a piece of grass that Shep quite likes in there. Come past here. There's a taxi arrived with somebody. One of the boss's cars there, I don't know who, but... And we'll miss the commissionaires down there and carry on right round the car park. In fact, to where down there we planted our Blue Peter tree. I'll zoom in and see how my focus is at the same time. And Leslie, oh, there's Leslie and Johnny. They're waiting for us down there. We've got a Blue Peter tree that we planted a couple of years ago, and underneath is a box that we also hid there for the year 2000. And we're all going to come back and dig it up. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, fine.
Welcome
thanks.
back, John.
Well, did you enjoy it?
Thanks, Jim. Yeah, that was lovely, wasn't it?
That's not too bad. It was quite fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to do 80 miles an hour, though.
Oh, no problem.